Welcome to the Hypnotic Sunday service. Almost said live stream of consciousness. Um, so I'm live, and I like to take this couple of minutes as a cold open to adjust the settings on Facebook, so I know it's posting to my profile. Um, because sometimes it looks like it isn't. So yeah, that's what we're doing now. Hello to whoever. Oh, I think that's probably me that's watching. Oh, hey, look at that. Yeah, it's got that padlock. I don't understand. Um, okay. So now we are officially live on Facebook, on YouTube and X. Um, oops, let's see. And yeah, if you're watching on Facebook, go and connect to Restream so I can see your comments. We're going to go live on Instagram too. Hey, everybody on Instagram, welcome to the Hypnotic Sunday service. So, today, I think we're going to be talking about how to deal with the outward emotions on the scale of emotions. And these are lust, anger, and pride. So these are, where a lot of times we can get stuck trying to get what we want. So if you think about like lust is wanting, right? It's that, oh, I want this to happen. I need this to happen. It's that strong pulling sort of energy. And anger is this pushing energy. It's pushing and forcing it on the world. Like this is going to happen even if I have to force it. And then you have pride, which is, that win lose energy, right or wrong, kind of black and white. I'm the best. I'm better than you. I'm gonna win, kind of thing. Um, and as we move up the scale of emotions, we want to get past that and get into the ones above there, the lighter ones where things flow more. So you have courage, acceptance, love, and peace. Whereas courage is win-win. So we look at it like anger is kind of lose-lose, uh, pride is win-lose, and courage is win-win. Um, like I will go for it. So, but in order to get up there, we have to deal with those outward energies, lust, anger, and pride. And I think we have to learn to become proactive towards them. And one of the first steps is sort of understanding the difference between what's reactive and what's proactive when it comes to dealing with those emotions. So if you're reactive, lust, anger, and pride will tend to trigger feelings of guilt or shame, and it doesn't feel good, right? So when that happens, people usually do like a few different things. So they'll find a way to avoid or distract from those emotions. Yeah, and God knows in today's society, there's a lot of distractions out there. Everybody's looking for something to distract. Oh, this makes me uncomfortable. Oh, I don't like that. I need to distract myself to look away from it. It's an easy trap to fall into. I mean, especially as bombarded as we are by things now. The other thing people tend to do is repress the emotions, push it down, pretend it's not there. Don't think about it. And you see this a lot with like toxic positivity, where it's like this I must not think bad thoughts kind of thing. Um, and then the third way is people will lose control to those emotions, where they identify into them and end up becoming that emotion. That's where you'll see somebody blow up with anger, just act in really destructive ways. That's when you're being reactive to these emotions. So, if we're proactive, what that means is we're welcoming, we're accepting, we're acknowledging that this is, and we're allowing ourselves to fully feel the energy of each of those emotions, and we're allowing it to run through us. And we know that we can handle it. We're welcoming it fully without losing control to it, right? We're not identifying with it. We're not losing control to it. We are simply accepting what is, and we're letting ourselves feel that. And we're letting it go through, and we channel it into something constructive instead of letting it be destructive. That's what it means to be proactive towards this stuff. Um, so now, when it comes to getting what we want out of life, reaching our goals, or just, living the life that we want to live, on a day to day basis, feeling better about things. One of the places people get stuck a lot's in lust, because wanting is really easy. We always want something, we're always moving towards something, and we want to reach that next stage, that next point. But the thing is, when you're in lust, when you're in wanting, you cannot get what you want when you're there. You have to move past that, because you're wanting. You can't simultaneously want and have. Wanting implies you don't have. And if you're just wanting, you're never going to have, right? And when you want something, that sort of thing, the message that you're sending to your subconscious mind is to give you more of that wanting. Because, think of the subconscious as it's this delivery. Oh, okay. You want this. Well, it's operating on feelings and emotions. And when there's that signal of want, it just thinks, oh, it doesn't think about going to the thing. It just goes, oh, you're wanting. I'm going to give you more wanting. So the message you're sending is to your subconscious is to give you more wanting, and not the thing that you want. All right. So to get out of that, to get out of lust, to get out of wanting, what we have to do is move into choosing, into that feeling of choice when it comes to our goals. This is because wanting is future projecting. It's down the road. It's not happening yet, but choosing is a now feeling. It's a now based feeling. It is in the present, right? So lust and wanting, that's projection into the future. Choosing and being is now based, because if we're projecting into the future, if something's off in the distance in the future, then it's going to stay in the future, and it's never going to happen. So in order to, there's kind of like 5 different stages as we kind of move through the resistance that we feel to getting our goals. especially with dealing with the lust. So I mean, stage one is wanting. You know, in a way, that's kind of like identifying the thing. We want something. We're lusting after it. But then stage two, we have to start choosing it. And by doing that, you know, we're moving up the scale. We're changing it from wanting in into courage, and that then we stop wanting and we move into choice. The third stage, when we get past that, is now we've chosen it. You know, that's that now based feeling instead of projecting into the future. And then we're expecting it. We've chosen it. This is happening. So now we're in stage three. We're expecting it. And that means that we just have faith that the goal that we want is coming to you, that this is happening, and we're being open to actually receive this thing that we wanted, that we chose, that we're expecting to have. And then, you know, we move to stage four. That's gratitude, where we have that, you know, and again, we're continuing to move up the scale of emotions as we go through this. And when we get that, we're having that love and appreciation for having received our goal, for having received the thing that we wanted, that we were after. And we accept that and we're grateful for it. You know, gratitude's a big thing. And then once we move past that, we get into stage five. And that's where, you know, your goal, that thing, it just becomes part of who you are. Your being. You've gone from wanting, you quit wanting, you chose it, and now you are just being the thing. The change has happened and you're embodied it, and you're living it, you're being. And you know, this whole thing, it follows, you know, the pleasure pain principle. I just call it pleasure principle because of Gary Newman. But you know, the what that says is like you attract the things that give you pleasure and you push away the things that cause you pain. And you know, on a subconscious level, that, you know, especially when it comes to our goals, if we have a lot of limiting beliefs about something, because we're some of the stories we tell ourselves. So if we're in this place where it's like, oh, this is going to hurt too bad, we're going to push it away. So we're changing our relationship to our goals, um, and enjoying it, enjoying the journey towards it, so we can attract more of that in. And so that's kind of like how we deal with wanting. Now, what about anger? You know, because that's a powerful one. Anger has a lot of power behind it. There's a lot of energy there, and you know, again, it's a lot of people are afraid of it because it can be very destructive. But you know, we need to throw out our value judgments on these. It's neither good or bad. It just is. It's something that we're going to feel. It's driving us to take action. But if we use any anger we feel proactively, then we're not losing control to it. We're consciously using it as if it was courage, right? And we're using that to face whatever fears come up, whatever insecurities, whatever doubts. And when we get good at that, you know, we can transmute it from anger to courage really fast and just shoot right up the scale. Because every time that we use it to face any of those doubts, any of those insecurities, we're we're turning it into courage. And it goes up: anger, pride, courage, bam, really quick. So Pride is something else like that. When we're there, it's like, well, why not me? I mean, and you'll notice this if there's something that you've gone after, you'll feel that wanting, and then you're mad that you're not achieving the thing, that you're not doing the thing that you wanted. You've moved up. And then you're telling yourself you can't, you're in pride. And then you like kind of let go of that. It lightens up and you just start being the thing. And that's when you're encouraged. And that's when things just kind of start to flow and when things just seem to work magically when you're up there. Um, so when we're doing that, yeah, as we're on that journey, we're always in that process of moving up the scale into the higher, the lighter ones of courage, acceptance, love, and peace, right? And one of the, releasing those heavier emotions, letting it go, and letting go of the resistance towards that, because we want to peel that onion and start moving towards that courage, towards love. And we need to kind of let our bodies, reveal to us what the next step is. So with like the releasing process, there's kind of like, four steps to it, where it's like, one, we're asking, our body to, as we sit with the emotion and we welcome it, we need to ask, if it can reveal what's behind it, as we have that intention to move towards courage, to move towards love. And we need to recognize that there's going to be new layers that come up as we move through it, and that's okay. And then we're going to get insights, we're going to get revelations, realizations about that as we kind of start expanding on this stuff, and we're not getting sort of stuck or attached to it. It's just that sort of okay. And then we really move up the scale. So I think today, why not? Let's just go through a little release. So if you are driving or operating heavy machinery or anywhere that isn't safe, stop watching this. Focus on what you're actually doing. Come back to the replay later. But if you are in a safe place and you want to do a guided release, then just have a seat, get yourself nice and comfortable wherever you are, sitting down, lying down, either way, even standing, why not? And just as long as you're comfortable, you just take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, just let those eyes go closed and just drift down. As you go deeper and deeper, allowing your body to relax and allowing your subconscious mind to come forward and listen. And your conscious mind can drift and sleep because there's nothing your conscious mind needs to do. Your conscious mind can just wander off as your subconscious mind listens to me. And your conscious mind knows that sleep comes with light footsteps. And soon, those footsteps become heavy and more heavy. As your subconscious mind is awake and listening, your conscious mind sleeps and drifts and wanders. In your subconscious mind, when it comes forward like this, it can call up these feelings and sensations instantly and automatically because that's the language of the subconscious. We can just ask that subconscious to reveal to us what is it feeling now? What's that now feeling or emotion? And just let that come forward as much as it will. And just sit with that. And just ask, can you accept, welcome, allow, acknowledge, whatever word sounds right to you? Can you welcome that feeling in? Even if it's uncomfortable, even if it feels heavy. Can you just welcome it in? And just sit with that. Just allow yourself to notice it, what it feels like, where in your body you feel it. And just know it's okay to welcome that in because you can't let go of something that you don't welcome. And just ask your subconscious now, can you just let that go? Can you just let it go as much as you will? Or if any resistance comes up, can you welcome any of that resistance to letting go of it as much as you do? And just welcome that in. If you want to ask, would I let this go? What does your body say to you? And you can just ask then again, can you let that go as much as you will? Even if it's just 1%, it's all right. Because the real compounding interest will take over. So just don't try to force it. Don't try to make anything happen. Don't just allow it to happen as much as you do. As you ask, can you let it go just 1%? And you just ask if your heart can open as much as it will, even if it's just 1%. And sometimes your heart might need to close before it opens. That's okay. And don't try to force it. Just let it do as much as it will and just ask if it can open. Even 1%. And a little more. A little more. And a little more. And now, whatever that now feeling was, can you let that go as much as you do? Even if it's just 1%. And then just ask, can you let go 1% more? And 1% more beyond that. 1% more. And a little more. And a little more. And a little more. And now you can just set that down and just welcome in any sense of courage, acceptance, love, or peace, even if it's just a little bit. Welcome the courage that it takes to look at the uncomfortable feelings, to welcome it in, because that takes courage. And just sit with that. Just notice what that feels like. Notice the difference. Maybe how much lighter it feels. And just welcome in. See if you can ask if you can welcome a little more in, even just 1% more. That sense of courage. And a little more. And a little more. And a little more beyond that. And just sit with that. And now just set that courage aside and look back at the heavier feeling, the uncomfortable feeling. And just know that you can handle it. And notice how that feels. Notice the difference. Even if it's just a little bit, even if it's 1%, even if it's 0.01%. Does it feel a little lighter? What does that feel like now? And just ask if you can let go of it as much as you do. Would you let go of it? Even 1%? That's right. And just put that down and now look back to the courage. And just welcome that in. Any of those feelings of courage, acceptance, love, and peace. See if you can welcome that a little more. A little more. And notice the difference. Notice how much lighter that feels. And now just set that down. Look back at the heavy emotions. And now back to courage. Back to the heavy ones. Back to the courage. Back to the heavy ones. And just notice how much lighter that begins to feel now. And just drop it. Just let it all go. Just let go of any of those heavy emotions, any of that lust, anger, pride. Just let it go. And go back to courage, love, acceptance, peace, and just ask to let that go too. Just imagine that, you're holding a balloon in each hand and they're both filling up. One with, any apathy, grief, fear, lust, anger, pride, and the other with any courage, acceptance, love, and peace, just filling those balloons. And just imagine when those balloons are filled that you just open your hands and you just let them both go. And just watch as those balloons just drift off into the distance, into the horizon. And they just fade away, drift away, until they're out of sight. Knowing that when they come back to you, that they're going to be different. They're going to transmute it into higher energies, into more powerful stuff. That they're going to come back later. And when those are gone, they drifted off into the distance, you can just come back to the room and open your eyes and just notice how much lighter you feel now. So that's just a quick little release. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on that. If you found that helpful, leave a comment and let me know. What did you find the most useful today? Let me know about that, or what your thoughts on this topic is. Yeah, so don't forget to like, follow, and yeah, leave me a comment and let me know what you thought. And yeah, I do have another announcement um, today. So since this is we're talking about kind of how we can get the things that we want and everything. Um, since it's September, I'm offering a special deal for just a few people when you sign up for my Resolute goal setting process. If you use the coupon code Jumpstart and you sign up at resolute.ebhypno.com, and I'm only limiting this to a few people. So when those are gone, it's gone. So I'd highly recommend jumping on this now, but you'll get a free one-on-one emotional detox and coaching session with me to help jumpstart you in your progress, really help clear things out and empty the bucket, so to speak, so you can move towards your goals with that sense of courage and really jumpstart that process of going after the life of your dreams. So it's just another thing I think is really helpful, um, beyond just developing a releasing practice, which I also teach you about in the workshop. So go to resolute.ebhypno.com, check that out. And if you sign up again, use coupon code Jumpstart, and first few people that do will get a free one-on-one emotional detox session with me. So that's it for the Sunday service. I hope everybody is having a good one, and yeah, until next time, be seeing you.